What was the conscious effort to go into like the world of social media and marketing?
I would say, so like, I think that especially like in business school, obviously we learned like all different areas of business, like finance, accounting, HR, marketing. I always really liked the creative side of things. So that's kind of like what drew me to marketing, I'd say. And then social media, I mean, like I grew up on social media as like most of us have now. And I think that it was just always something I was more interested in. Obviously, like a lot of marketing in general today is like it's all moving more towards social and online versus, kind of like your typical traditional forms of marketing. So I think I just saw like the opportunity for it and then really just like took that with my interest in it and ran.
Do you think that business degree really helped? Because like I'm the type of like we discuss this often on the podcast. It's like if you really want a business degree or you really want to learn the world of marketing, you don't need a degree to tell you that you can do marketing, right? You
No.
just go out and do it.
Yeah.
So how applicable was that degree to what you do now?
Like almost nothing. Like almost nothing. I would say whenever people ask me this, like if anyone ever asks me like how do I start something like what you've done, I never tell them to go to school because honestly like I just don't think it's needed. There's so many ways to learn the exact same skills in so many other forms for like less money and way less time. So in general, yeah, no, I don't think school is needed. I've learned so much more just like doing it and like just like working on my business itself. Basically like school would have taught me how to be a really great employee in any of those areas, but told me nothing about how to start a business. I had no idea what I was doing. Yeah, so yeah.
No, I remember so me and him took a marketing class with the Asper School of Business.
Yeah.
And I'm not a marketer. I was in sciences my entire. He's in engineering.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think you convinced me to take the marketing class, and we took the class. And the reason we took the class was because we had the podcast at the time.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I'm going to learn about social media. I'm going to learn about how to like run marketing
Yeah.
for the show. And great guy who the prof was, but we didn't learn any of that.
No.
We learned like the 4 Ps of something.
Yeah,
like,
product, price, place, promotion.
I don't even remember any of that.
We learn how to do a SWOT analysis.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, I want to learn like how to social media, like how do I grow this thing?
Yeah.
And so that's when after that we're like, I'm not taking any other business class
I know.
ever. Like we're just gonna jump into it and we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, and I think that's the best way to do it. Just my observation, but like it seems especially with like marketing and stuff in school, I can just speak from my experience that like it literally is like 10 years behind what they're teaching, right? Like nothing really is current. When I was studying, like we had one digital marketing class and like we had to like make a feed mock-up of like a social media grid and stuff, but like nothing, like it was crazy because that's like such a big part of marketing these days for so many brands, like the social aspect. So the fact that was like barely taught is kind of crazy, but like I would say that it was great for like the fundamentals, like you said, like learning how to do a SWOT analysis, which is important for businesses, but the actual like applicable things that you need to know in a day-to-day to like actually run a business is not really there.
I agree to that. Like you need that foundation. You need to understand what a SWOT analysis is. You need to know 4 Ps of marketing. Yeah. But I also feel like you can learn that quick YouTube search.
No, right? Literally. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like you definitely don't need to be like sitting in a classroom listening. Like, I even had, we actually had someone with one of my clients, someone who's very like knowledgeable in business. He wanted to do like a quick breakdown of like the 4 Ps for us again. And he did it in an hour and he just like banged it out. And I was like, that literally took like a month for us to go through in school. I was like, oh my gosh, like there's just so many more effective ways to learn the same information so much quicker and like so much more reasonably too.
Yeah, I think the learning also is more hands-on too, right? Because when you're in the world of social media and you're like a marketing executive, like what's my product? Yeah. What's my price for it? Yeah. Am I going to promote it? Yeah. Those are the P's right there. So you're just going to learn that as you go instead of
writing it down. Yeah, no, exactly.
How does that help me? So yeah, that was one thing when I took the course. I was like, okay, we're just gonna do this instead of actually taking courses on it. But no, I respect the guy. He was a great guy.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah,
he was a very well established,
Yeah, all of my instructors, same thing too. Like they're like I still talk to a few of them today. Like they're amazing people, very knowledgeable. But it's just like how how school in general is built, it really is built on helping like the workforce and like helping people become really great employees, which is awesome because people like that, you know, organizations need that. But yeah, if you're wanting to not go that route, that's where it's a little tougher for sure.